There you go.
Great stuff. Okay. Hello, YouTube.
Hi.
I mean, it's Rain.
You're not YouTube.
I was saying hi to them.
But you were looking at
Because
it.
you're
I'm
looking
not
at
looking
you.
at Ian. I'm not
Hi, I'm
looking at
Ian
anything.
Rain, and in this video, I'm joined with my brother William, Ben,
Which one? Which one? Which one's that one? Oh, that's crap, I
I'm
can't
Nathaniel, by the way.
yeah, Nathaniel. Okay, so yeah, I'm here with William, Ben, and Nathaniel. We all have YouTube channels, although he doesn't update his, so
I haven't been on mine
don't subscribe to him.
in forever.
I don't do it.
Okay, so we are here. We're going to have a review / discussion, like a roundtable discussion of Star Wars Rogue One. So excited. Here we
It
go.
just came out Friday.
Well, technically Thursday. Well, technically Friday, but they always... It's kind of weird now with
They're like,
movies
oh,
because it's
hey,
like, here's
it's
the
gonna
premiere,
be-
but we're going to show it the night before. It's like, why don't just make that the premiere?
Because then they'd have to show it the night before that too.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Just make the premiere and don't show
So like
it
it
before.
comes out on Friday, but you get to watch it
Film
on
festivals are an exception, though.
Monday. That's true.
So, that's pretty much it. So, how we're going to do this is we're basically going to go from the beginning of the movie to the end, talking about things and stuff in
We're
between.
gonna try to. We'll probably
gonna
get
try.
sidetracked.
We might get sidetracked, because I do have some pointers about, like, what fans were saying and stuff like that, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So,
The beginning of the movie opens.
The opening scene. The opening scene.
A long
Totally-
time ago.
Totally
in a
threw me
galaxy
off.
Far, far
Yes,
away.
I know.
Totally threw me off. There was no scroll at the beginning, no main theme, and I was like, wait, what is this?
Wait.
But then I had to think about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
the scroll wouldn't have really worked for this one.
Yeah, because it's like a spin.
So,
Yeah, it was fine. It just completely
because
threw
it
me
wouldn't
off.
have said Star Wars Episode 3.5. That wouldn't have made a lot of sense.
Star Wars Rogue One.
Makes
It
sense.
could have said episode 3.5, but before 4, so kind of like a half
Star
of-
Wars,
full-
yeah, the
full
whole
of
scroll
bracket.
was trying to explain
Yeah,
which episode it is.
yeah.
Like,
It'll be
5
like
minutes.
it'll feel more like a Family Guy Star Wars than Star
Yeah.
Wars.
That's why
they go like into a paragraph of math. They'll
That's
just
why
be
they
like,
didn't.
okay.
That's why they didn't do that. Anyway,
So yeah, but it still works.
It still opened up with a planet in the background and a ship.
Yes, it's still opened in space. That's tradition.
You can't
can't.
have a Star Wars movie that doesn't start with
a planet and a ship.
and a ship.
Yeah.
Without. Jason, I don't know. Whichever is
Yeah.
the correct way to say that.
Planet, ship, in space. Just in space. No planet, no ship, it doesn't matter. Just in space. It has to start in space. So, the opening scene
Yeah,
was very good.
I agree.
It's terrible. I hated it.
Yeah.
Oh,
This guy, I don't even know why we invited him. This guy hates Star Wars, period.
that's why I'm not wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Spider-Man. What do you think about the opening scene? Talk. Don't be like you always do in videos and just don't talk. Say your input on things.
Matt Mickelson is a sexy beast.
He is. Oh. It was like so
It's the
good.
only reason this movie got a
I'm
10
so
out of 10.
glad that they introduced the Stormtroopers in this movie with the Death Troopers. Like, those were the full Stormtroopers you got to saw.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like, the new troopers and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm also glad that with every new thing, they didn't like present it like, oh, this is a new thing. They were like, yeah, this has been around the whole time. They didn't have to explain what everything was. They didn't have to explain what the Death Troopers were, and and like what they were doing there or anything. They were just like, yeah,
Yeah.
they've been here the whole time. Don't worry about it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
because they portrayed it as like they were the bodyguards of
Yeah.
a certain
So it's like they're elite.
imperial officer.
They're
They
elite
won't, like-
stormtroopers, basically.
It would make sense. Like the only person I guess they could have been like guarding in episode 4 would be like Grand Moff Tarkin or something.
Yeah.
But
I think it was just the one guy there who had them as his guards.
yeah,
They were security.
Yeah.
So they would have been. That's why, you know, not
'Cause,
just
yeah.
because he was on the planet, but they would have been on Scarif too to guard the
Yeah,
data.
that's true.
So, but he decided to have them as his personal guard as well.
Makes sense.
and which is really cool because like we've never seen an imperial officer wearing like the white uniform with a. I really like that white uniform. They did a really good job with designing it.
Yeah.
Which the costume designs is always something that's a big part of Star Wars.
Yep.
Because like with each movie,
So many
It's
new
gotta be
characters, with so
new,
many new costumes.
even though it's prequel,
Mhm.
and yeah, love the costume design. I don't know any of the people who were like the names who did costume designs of like any Star Wars movies, but they do very good.
They do a very good job.
Very good job. So yeah,
We've got McQuarrie to thank for that.
Yeah.
That's what everything's been based off of.
True.
So
That's my life goals, is to be a concept artist as good as McQuarrie.
So, in the opening scene, we get introduced to Jin as that's her name, right?
Jin, yeah.
Jin. I don't know why, but it's like the main character. I just forget her name all the time.
I forgot
we get
most of everyone's
introduced
name.
to
Jin
whole-
was like the only one I can remember.
Yeah, we get introduced to her
Disgrace.
as a child, which was different from Rey, which obviously fit better and stuff. Like I'm glad we got that scene, the opening scene, that was a bit more like a backstory.
Yeah.
I mean, it still didn't explain everything in that scene, but like something, like if that scene was like midway through the movie, it wouldn't work as well.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing. I always feel like one of the hardest things to do in movies, especially something like Star Wars, is how you portray the opening scene and what it is. Because, like, the opening scene doesn't just... I mean, opening scenes are important in films anyway. It's very important.
It's important for any
Yeah,
anything,
any genre.
any
anything.
story.
Even TV shows, opening scene in the first episode or the opening scene in the second season, not necessarily each episode. Well, Breaking Bad is different. But yeah, like the opening scene is very important. And if they went with the opening scene to be Jin just in jail, it wouldn't have worked as well.
Yeah, you'll be like, why is she in jail? What is that?
Like, I
going
mean,
on?
it would still be explained onwards, because if they did put that one scene with her as a child midway through the movie, it still would have worked, but it wouldn't have the same effect as it would with the opening scene. So, that's something I feel like a lot of modern movies mess up,
Mhm.
is opening scenes and how the opening scene flows with the rest of the movie. Because I can't remember any names, but I feel like I've seen some movies that have like this really good scene in the midway or even closer to the end that would have made like a flashback or something that would have made for a better opening scene.
Mhm.
That went on longer than I expected. But yeah, I just want, whatever.
But anyway, the opening scene starts with Jin and her parents, Mads Mikkelsen and with
That girl.
her mom.
Her mom.
Oh, Mom.
And
We don't know the name.
they are, you can, from the little information that you were given, you can tell that they are on the run from the Imperials for whatever reason.
Yes.
The Imperials then show up
and you find out that Galen Erso was once had something to do with the Empire, which I'm not sure what.
Yeah.
Doesn't. Really.
That's another thing I really loved about.
They don't
that
have to
scene and
feed
stuff.
you all the information. They're just like,
Yeah.
because it's not, you're not starting a story here. You're looking into the middle of the story. That's how movies work. I mean, you look,
Yeah.
you just, that's why there's a beginning and the end, is because you're just witnessing one small part
Yeah.
of the story.
And when I went into the movie, that opening scene and stuff, you never expect, and this is kind of like, kind of going farther into the movie a bit here, but you never expect that character to be like the main designer of the Death Star.
Like, I saw him and I was like, oh, he's the main character's dad, and the main character grows up. He's not going to be in this movie very much, which made me sad because Mads Mikkelsen is such a great actor.
Yes.
And I was like, he's not going to be in it very much. But then I was surprised later on when he turned out to be like the main plot point.
Yeah. A big plot point that opened up episode 4 so well.
Yeah.
It's like, if he wasn't there, the Rebel Alliance would have never blown up the Death Star in episode 4. That
Yeah.
would have never happened if it wasn't for this
Basically,
character that we start off
The
as
Star
a
Wars
farmer.
movies would not exist without this. It would
Yeah.
be 1, 2, and 3,
It's like,
and that's it.
yeah, it's like this character that's a farmer at the beginning of this movie eventually has this huge role, even after his death, throughout the entire original trilogy.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, written very well.
yes, yes.
It wasn't, oh, I'm gonna put in this character because why not?
It wasn't character because movie. It was character because entire universe plot point.
Yeah, very good.
The
And I love...
the setup was very, it was set up very well is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And I think it was really cool how they introduced White Hitler, I guess. I was going to go
White
with White Hitler. White uniform Hitler. For the first character you see as, like, the Imperial officer and stuff. Because, I don't know, that uniform's just intimidating.
It is, yeah.
It was a very well... It was very awesome scene. I don't think we need to dwell on it anymore.
No,
Because
I
we're just
think,
kind
I
of
think
going
we've
on.
covered pretty much everything.
So, yeah,
We
let's just
covered the whole
move
movie
on.
in the first scene. Whole movie. It's done.
Yeah.
Bye!
We need to go to the next scene. It's like, we'll finish. Unless William wants to say something.
Did you want to say anything about the first scene?
Alright, let's move on. So I don't remember...
The next
like-
scene, I think, is when, Cassian, is that his name?
Yes.
He's in that city and he meets up with the other rebel guy.
Oh, yeah.
And they're talking about Galen Erso, and you're like, why is this guy so important? What's going on? We just
Yeah.
saw him, and he's like probably dead now. What's going on?
Yeah.
And they don't explain to you why they're looking for Galen Erso. But later on, everything just comes together. It's beautiful.
Yes. That's like the one thing... Because obviously this movie, the story of Star Wars is not rushed, considering he started the original trilogy in like the 80s, and then he did 70s, and then in like the early 2000s he did the prequel trilogy, and now we're going into more. It's like it's not rushed.
Yep, not at all.
So yeah, the one thing I do want to mention, I don't think we should go scene by scene because it kind of gets whatever.
Yeah.
But like one thing I do want to mention is I'm glad that the main droid didn't feel like another R2-D2 ripoff.
Yep.
BB-8.
I agree.
Because like I was gonna
BB-8
be like, okay, you got R2-D2, and then BB-8 is like, don't do this for every single movie.
Yep. This
But
new
it
droid,
wasn't like that.
K2SO, is probably my favorite droid
Oh yeah.
in all of the Star
R2D2,
Wars. Like,
R2D2 can't do anything he does.
I know.
Not because he
K2
doesn't
is-
have hands or anything, but it's like, I don't think R2D2 would have enough physical strength to just grab someone and just lift them up and slam them to the ground.
And that's not even why. Just his personality is so great. This is hands down my favorite droid.
Just
near the end, not
sarcastic
even
and
looking, and
flat.
just shoot a stormtrooper in the heart. Just like, door opens, bam, heart shot. Perfect aim. It's like, he doesn't even look.
Catches a grenade, tosses it back.
So yeah, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
very.
I definitely say that he's my favorite
Whatever.
droid too.
Yeah, he's pretty
He was
great.
great.
Although R2D2 is still.
You can't.
Yeah,
beat
R2D2 is a
classic, but
Him and C3PO.
Who made
I like
a
that
cameo?
cameo.
Yes.
Yes, I like that cameo.
Scarif? What? Why? That's stupid.
No one tells us anything.
I don't know. Let's just go ahead and go through all the characters.
Might as well.
Mads Mikkelsen. We kind of touched on him, but he did a great job. He did a fantastic job. This is one actor that's you can pretty much give him any kind of role and he's gonna nail it.
Basically, yeah.
Which is very rare for movies nowadays to have actors like that.
Yep.
And he was a perfect pick for this character. He portrayed him very well. He was. I mean, I noted out when he was like in the hologram, and he was saying like I made a very small flaw that's huge, and it's like this hole and stuff, and then it's like when you in that scene you're just thinking episode 4.
Right at the end when they're like.
And you're just like, that's awesome.
This explains everything!
It's amazing.
It'll stop all of the people saying, "Why did they put this?"
Why was
What?
the Death Star designed to have a flaw? That's stupid. Because
Yeah.
the guy who designed it was actually a good guy.
And it's a good thing that Stewie Griffin didn't actually play Darth Vader in the original trilogy, because he would have been like, well, can we put like a piece of plywood like over the hole, cover it up, you know? Because I mean, it sounds like it's pretty deadly. I mean, the entire station might blow up. So I think we should put something over that.
Yep.
Of
Honestly,
course,
I
don't
think-
think they noticed it in episode 4.
All of the actors, I think, gave pretty solid performances. I don't think there was one that I
Yes.
didn't enjoy.
We've all seen Nightcrawler, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The pilot, the Imperial pilot, was the assistant in Nightcrawler. You didn't notice that?
I hadn't
I
seen
didn't-
that
It
movie.
was like
so
at the
long.
end of the movie, during the credits, William was like, "Is that not the guy from Nightcrawler, the pilot?"
And we
I'm
were
just
just like,
like,
"Oh, I think it was actually."
I haven't seen that in so long. I
but
didn't
the
think
main
about that.
guy,
Cassian Andor.
yeah, he reminded me so much of Obi Montel.
A little bit, yeah.
He was just, it was his voice that gave it away, but I saw him and I was like, that looks a lot like someone I know.
Mm-hmm.
Which, at first I was kind of hoping it would be because of all we had like, I think it was like 3 Game of Thrones cameos, actors who was in Force Awakens. So at first I was kind of thinking that it would be him.
Mm-hmm.
But no. But he did a very good job. Yeah. Who did he play in Elysium?
Matt Damon's buddy there in Mexico.
Ah, he was the Mexican.
The actor is from Mexico.
He looks so Middle Eastern in Star Wars. Okay, anyway. Yeah, he did a great job. Jin, her character was great.
Donnie Yen.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh.
The character, as of now, he's my favorite character in it.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there.
Was so good.
All the sass.
So good.
So sassy.
If you don't know who we're talking about, it's the blind Asian guy.
Yes, taking down a TIE fighter. Blind. I mean,
Blind?
He was amazing. He's like the Star Wars Kenshi.
Basically.
Or Daredevil.
He just needs a lightsaber. It would be better.
Oh. Why is he
Yes.
not a Jedi
I
yet?
know.
Oh. Right.
Maybe if he had found Yoda or Obi-Wan.
See, if they had been training Jedi around the time when, you know,
Oh yeah,
He was
I
probably-
feel like he definitely would have been a Jedi if he.
he definitely would have been a Jedi. No doubt.
He would have been the best Jedi.
I know.
The best Jedi.
Especially if he had a double lightsaber.
Oh.
Oh.
We're such
Oh!
nerds.
Oh.
This is a total nerd review. We should
mean,
just
who
make
else
the
reviews
video
Star
Star
Wars?
Wars Rogue One nerd review in the title. So yeah, his character was awesome.
My
Of course,
And his
yes,
buddy there.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Baze Malgus or something like
Yeah. I love how he just mows down stormtroopers
Right.
and
yeah,
Yeah.
he's really cool. I liked him a lot.
that one scene. He's just like, they just come out of the door and they're just like, half of them are just dead.
that. Yep.
But I didn't click on the article because I thought it was kind of stupid. But people are apparently claiming that Donnie Yen's character and his character are the first gay couple in Star Wars.
I knew that was gonna come as soon as I saw them in the movie. I was like, "Yep,
And it's
people are
just
gonna."
like, I'm just thinking, why can't two guys just be good friends in movies? Why does it have to be gay? There's just two guys who are really good friends. I mean, I can kind of sense, with their chemistry and stuff, I can kind of sense that there was something that, like, maybe he saved him when he first went blind or something, and he helped him out when he was first blind. Or maybe he was born blind, I don't know. But there was, like, they definitely had a good history.
Yeah, but I don't think they were gay.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, that just really got under my skin. I was just like, no. It's like nowadays every single character that are two guys and they're just really good friends, people are gonna be like, hey, they're gay. No. I mean, probably the only thing that could be revealed to get rid of that is if they say they're brothers.
Huh.
But that would be it. I don't think people are gonna let that go.
Probably
Certain
not.
people.
It's whatever.
Unless Donnie Yen comes out and says no. They're just really good friends.
But
So, yeah.
probably will still be people. Whatever.
Yeah. The one thing I did like, I don't know if you guys really thought of this, but especially near the end with those two characters' deaths. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna put it. I should have said this at the beginning of the video. I'm sorry, but I'll put it in the title. Spoiler alert. We're spoiling everything. Not
Yeah, we're
everything.
gonna go into detail about.
But yeah, their deaths, just the way his character, after Donnie Yen dies, he's like, starts repeating the Force thing.
Yep.
And I just kind of felt like their relationship was kind of like, okay, they're obviously not Jedis, but is kind of like master and apprentice. Because like Donnie Yen was kind of like more Force sensitive, and he was kind of like the master.
Yeah.
And then the other one was kind of like non-believing, kind of like a Han Solo kind of deal.
Yeah.
He was not believing, but near the end of his life, he's like repeating what he said throughout the movie.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought it was.
And I was like, that's really cool. It kind of gave like that sense.
It gave him more of a character.
Yeah.
And it helped you realize that there was actually character development in his character, and it was like.
I really liked
It
that.
was really great.
And you kind of still had that notice that maybe he still kind of did believe in that.
Who else? There was also the guy. I can't remember his name. The guy Forrest Whitaker.
Oh yeah.
His character.
Yeah, I was very worried with him being in the movie
I was
because
too.
he's not a really great actor.
No.
I've never been impressed by him, but I've never
Yeah.
been like, oh gosh,
Yeah,
it's
I
terrible.
wasn't impressed by his performance, but he was pretty good.
Yeah, I was like.
Pretty good.
I was really worried about him because a lot of the movies I've seen him in is just like he's just kind of
He's very much a supporting character.
Yeah.
he's not.
I mean, he
terrible.
was still a supporting character in this movie.
Mhm.
A bit more, less of a supporting character.
But I mean, there's only been like one or two movies where I was like, where he's in it, and I'm like, okay, he's not that bad. But then there are other movies where I'm just like, he could have got someone better. But in this movie, this is probably one of those movies where it was more like he was okay. He wasn't.
Yeah, he was given a pretty good role.
Yeah. He wasn't like, okay, they could have got someone better. This
Yeah.
it was he did a good job. I was
Definitely.
I was okay with it.
I really liked how. I like how after, because we saw him in the opening scene, but we didn't really see full body. And then like the first thing you see of him later on is his robotic legs. And I thought it was really cool how they did that, because they weren't mashed. It was kind of like he lost one, and then later on he lost the other or something.
Yeah.
And plus, they're rebels, so they can't afford anything, which is why he was basically like bargain brand Darth Vader.
Yeah, it was just like really cool.
I mean, he had the breathing thing, but he didn't have a whole mask that could just keep it on, and
But of course,
Bargain
with Darth
brand
Vader,
Darth
it's like he has to have that,
Yeah.
like all the time practically.
Yeah.
With Force Vertical, he was, it was every now and again.
Yeah.
It's like when he starts getting like, okay, I can keep talking now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just really liked how it was like he was set up in the full scene to be like this character, and then just with them mentioning him and go to his planet, he was set up to be like this character that's gonna be in Rogue One. But then when you see him again, that shot opens up with not his face or anything, his non-existent legs.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so what are they going to do with his character? Because he's definitely not going to be
running
running away from AT-ATs.
shooting down stormtroopers and all that.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
they
then
all
he died.
There are
But that's okay.
3 characters we need to mention. First, let's talk about Princess Leia.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not expect that to happen.
No,
at
I
the
didn't.
end.
I didn't really
They-
either.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and like,
Was that CG? Because I couldn't
yes,
tell.
it was.
Was it?
It
Okay.
was CG.
it was
because,
pretty good though. It wasn't
yeah,
like,
oh my gosh, that was amazing.
yeah, I really like how they
Like-
did that, because it wasn't like it wasn't just like
I could
oh
tell
my
it was
gosh,
CG,
wow.
but at the same time, like, the way my eyes saw it, I was like, oh, that's CG, but wait, that's definitely not. But it totally is.
Yeah.
I was like, it has to be.
And I
because-
was saying, like, at the
Why?
beginning of the movie, it would be so cool if they end it with whole ship going away. And they did. And I was like, yes, thank you.
And
And did it perfectly, right?
Yes.
To just flow right into
Okay.
the rope.
and when you first
Okay.
when you first see Princess Leia, you see her from behind. I'm like, oh, they're just having another actor play her, and
They're not really gonna.
they're
show
not really
it.
going to
Yes.
show her face. And then she turns around. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes.
And speaking of which, since we're on hold, I really liked Bail Organa.
Yeah.
I really
Yes.
like how they put him back into
Yeah.
that. Because it was like, of course, you don't see him in episode 4.
Mhm.
And then,
He's only in
He's
episode
in
3, but then they
prequel.
tie it together because, like,
yeah.
in episode
And
3,
then-
you're kind of like not entirely sure who this guy is, but you eventually figure it out. But then
Yeah.
in Rogue One, they're like, yeah, that's definitely.
And then Rogue One is, they set, because, like, he was, like, the guy that told Princess Leia about Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Like, they set that up so well.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you really start thinking about it, you're like, how does she know about Obi-Wan?
Like, how on earth would she?
It's like, and then, of course, episode 3, the only people that knew that Obi-Wan survived Order 66 technically was, like, Bail Organa and Yoda.
And she definitely didn't know anything about Yoda. So,
No one knew anything about Yoda except for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And Bail Organa.
Yeah.
But I don't think Bail Organa would have even known that he went to Dagobah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one thing that this movie did so well on, is setting up for episode 4.
setting up
Yes.
for episode 4 and making connections from other movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
It's-
probably
it was so
the
good.
best part about that movie. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of the best.
Okay,
parts,
so
I
the
guess.
second character we need to talk about before the last character is Darth Vader.
Ha
Oh!
Oh!
Oh,
Yes!
when he first spoke, it was like, oh,
Oh! Oh!
you. Because I know you mentioned this first when we were after the movie about when he first pulls out his lightsaber. Talk about that scene. Because I
Do
think you talk about it more. Like you put it up, you put it in words better than I could.
The rebels looking down the ship.
Uh-huh.
It's dark,
Uh-huh. Oh.
and suddenly a red light comes on. The lightsaber, Vader standing there, and you can just see the terror in all their eyes. They
Yes.
know
And then they're like trying to
that
push
they
the
are
door.
going to die.
And they're like trying to push the door open. Get it open! Help!
No.
Help us!
And I loved how close. It's like in episode 4, you can't even imagine how close they were to getting the plans.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
like,
in
"Take
that
it,
final
take it."
scene, he was like so close to me. He's like, take it, and then he takes it. Like the moment he takes it out of his hand, he gets killed.
Yeah.
It's like they were that close. And then in episode 4 is like you don't even realize that
Yeah.
they got so close.
That scene was
Like,
the best
Vader-
scene.
If you think
I
about
felt
it, Vader
so-
could have easily, if like he knew exactly what they had, which I don't think he knew exactly.
He could have just forced
He
it right
could
out
have
of their
forced
hand.
it right out of their hand. And you think episode 4 wouldn't have happened if he could have just done that. It was so good. I
And I
love
was
that. Was probably
also
the best scene in the entire
so
movie.
happy that we really got to see Darth Vader in action, because before we've only seen him fight Luke and a little bit of the Emperor, and that's it.
Yeah.
Just lightsaber battles. But you don't see how incredibly badass this guy is.
I know.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
Yes. And his scene with what's his face? White uniformed Halo.
Krennic. Dr. Krennic.
Yes.
Director Krennic.
Him. White uniformed Halo. That's his nickname. No. But yeah, that was a great scene because like
It
I love
shows
the
how.
part before that because he was like in the tubing.
Yeah.
He was just so
And it shows how
no
really intimidating Darth Vader
I
is as
know
well.
he
'Cause
is
even
one
though
of the most intimidating.
He was really
villains ever.
intimidating in the original movies. All of the officers were kind of like used to him, and they
Yeah.
had
And then you had Grand Moff Tarkin telling him enough,
yeah,
and then
And
Vader
so-
was just like, okay, I'll stop.
yeah. But in
'Cause you
this
told
one,
me
it's
to.
like, yeah, you don't want to mess with Darth Vader.
Yeah. And
And
that
I
pun
thought
he
it was
made.
hilarious. Yeah, that pun.
Oh.
Don't choke on your aspirations, Dr. Krennic.
Okay, so the last character we need to talk about before we move on. And this is the one that surprised me so much. I never thought they would ever even consider putting this character again in any Star Wars movie.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Oh
Oh my god.
you could tell it was CG, but it wasn't like horrible
No.
to where it's like, oh.
It was kind of like the same thing like you said with Princess Leia.
Yeah.
It was like the back of the head in the mirror.
And you were like,
in
oh,
reflection,
they're
it was
not going to
like,
show him an age.
oh, that's so cool. And then he turns around and you're just like,
And then, like,
pause it.
I kind of thought that was the only scene he was going to be in. I didn't think he was
Yeah.
going to come back. I was like, they're only going to show him for a little bit, because there'll be a lot of CGI work to do that again. And then he was in, like, 4 other scenes. I'm like, yes!
I know. It was just so good. He was definitely him and Darth Vader were
And
the best
whoever
characters.
did his voice did it really well, because
Yeah.
it didn't sound exactly like him, but it sounded really close.
Yeah.
And they did the CG so well where they could get all of his
Yes.
mannerisms and everything.
Just seeing the greatest actor who ever lived, Peter Cushing, on the screen again in 2017, almost 2016, was tear worthy. This man cried so much. Me and Nathaniel were
So
worried
much.
that
So much.
he was like crying so much that me and Nathaniel were like,
Are you?
do
are
we
you
need
okay?
to take him out of the movie theater?
Why didn't we bring tissues?
We didn't bring tissue because we didn't expect him to be in the movie. Yeah, we were getting looks. Everyone in the movie theater started looking back at us. We're just like,
Not really. No.
no, that's kind of
That was
exaggerating.
made
But
That was
But
totally
this movie
exaggerated.
wasn't the movie that would make me cry.
Oh. You know it's good.
Ever.
I know it's like I don't even think half the people in the movie theater that when we went fully understood how amazing that moment was to see Peter Cushing
Yeah.
on screen like that. Because
Yeah.
this is an actor that was like, oh, what year? I can't even remember what year he started. He was at least in like the 30s.
Probably.
But yeah, he was Frankenstein, Van Helsing, Grand Moff Tarkin, I mean, those three alone are some of the most legendary characters in film history. And if you don't agree, you don't know what
He
you're
also played. There was a. For you Whovians out there, there was a Doctor Who not kind of a remake, but not really. It was more of like a.
I think it was like a TV movie,
Yeah.
something like that.
And Peter Cushing played the Doctor. And he
Yes.
made a great.
And
Doctor.
fun fact, Peter Cushing was in the movie Shockwaves, which was the first thing that technically had Nazi zombies. So, Call of Duty does not get all the credit for that.
Peter Cushing!
I can't remember what year that was made. I feel like it was in... I think it was 80s. At first I was thinking it was black and white, but then I was like, no. So yeah, I mean, he is the greatest actor who ever lived. And if you don't know who we're talking about, you should be so ashamed of yourself.
Especially if you call yourself a movie.
Yes, if you call yourself a movie buff and do not understand how good Peter Cushing is, or don't even know that name, shame. You're not a movie buff.
Shame!
Go watch his stuff, then you can call yourself a movie buff.
Power of Christ compels you. So yeah, that was Vader, Darth Vader, and Peter and Grand Moff Tarkin were the best characters in the entire film. So good.
I think I enjoyed their return more than I enjoyed Han Solo and Leia's return in Force Awakens.
Oh yeah.
The Force Awakens didn't make me cry.
Well,
Yeah, screw you, Han Solo's dead.
Or did you just tear up when the scroll started happening?
That always happens.
That always.
That always happens. That's
Every time I
normal.
watch.
That's
any-
normal.
Yeah, every single time you watch Star Wars, when it starts the music like that, you kind of get chills like all the time.
Oh, but a movie
If you're a
itself
Star
has
Wars
never
fan.
made me cry, but Peter Cushing being on the screen and that first thing Darth Vader said. Because
Can we all-
as Darth Vader kept talking, you could tell that James Earl Jones is older and can't do the
Yeah.
voice as well. But like the first thing that he said was so spot on. I felt like I was 4 years old again watching the original
I
trilogy.
know. Dude, I was, after seeing Grand Moff Tarkin in there and knowing that Darth Vader was going to show up, I was kind of, not really hoping, but a bit curious to see if they would do the Emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't hoping
I
it
was
because I'm not an Emperor fan. I don't really
Yeah.
like his character or whatnot. But I was just curious. Like, are they going to do him? Maybe
then,
in
like,
a hologram or something?
Right when they got to Darth Vader's tower, which was basically like Saruman's tower. That's the first thing that came to my head when I saw that. When there was that guy in the black cloak walking, I was like, "Is that the Emperor?" No, he's walking too fast to be the Emperor.
I saw the red guard there, and I was like, "Is this Darth Vader or is this the Emperor?"
Yeah, that's another thing. I was like, "Are they revealing Darth Vader or the Emperor?" I assumed it was probably going to be Darth Vader because it was
Yeah,
on
I did
Mustafar,
too.
but
So I gotta say, can we all agree that Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie since Empire? After just seeing it once.
After seeing it once, no,
No?
I can't.
I have to
I'm
watch it
sticking
again.
with it right now because I never was really a big fan of 6. I mean, it was good, but I saw it so much as a child because siblings always
It's-
wanted to watch it.
It's easily better than all the prequels, for sure.
Well, there's no doubt
There's
about
no
that.
doubt.
We shouldn't even have a discussion about what
than
Star Wars
the-
movies is better than prequels, except for
decide-
the prequels.
I can't
The rating
decide.
of the prequels.
I can't decide if I liked it better than The Force Awakens or not.
Yeah, I'd have to watch
There
it
were
again.
definitely
Yeah.
parts that I enjoyed more than The Force Awakens.
Yeah,
I-
but as, like, if Rogue One, like, if you're putting Rogue One in the original trilogy, like, including it, so Rogue One, 4, 5, and 6,
Mhm.
would it be second after Empire? Because I don't know. I don't think it was better than A New Hope. What?
McQuarrie drew a concept for Vader's castle.
I'm gonna show
I
this.
saw that not
Here's,
long before the movie, and I'd never seen that before.
Concept for Vader's castle.
McQuarrie concept.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's the
I can't
best.
decide if I like it better than Jedi or New
Yeah.
Hope.
Because, I don't know. I mean, Jedi...
I think I do like it better than The New Hope.
Yeah.
But
A
I don't
Jedi
know
was
about the other
definitely
two.
my least favorite because I guess just because I saw it so much as a child, because like younger siblings were always all about the Ewoks and stuff. I
It was
mean,
always
the
that-
Ewoks were the best, man. Anyone who hates on the Ewoks don't have a heart.
Yes, I
But
agree.
A New Hope was always like my least favorite. Or not my least favorite. A New Hope was always just. I was always iffy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the fact that I don't like it, but in the fact that I don't know why, but it's the one movie that I always have trouble ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I'm adding the prequel and pretty much
Because
Force Awakens. and
one,
everything.
without A New Hope, you wouldn't have any of the others.
Yeah. It's
It's
by
the
far the
beginning-
most legendary
it's
film
the
of all
beginning
time.
Of the best thing ever.
Yes.
The very beginning of the best thing ever.
It's the second highest grossing movie of all time.
The first one was Avatar, wasn't it?
If you account for inflation. It's Gone with the Wind and then Star Wars.
Wow.
And most
By
likely
actual
Avatar.
dollar amount, it's Avatar. But when you account
Yeah.
for inflation, nothing has.
Yeah. No.
Nothing's ever gonna
So
pass. Gone with the
there
Wind.
you go. Those
Star
are
Wars is
Gone
number
with
two.
the Wind and Star Wars Episode 4 are like the two most legendary films of all time.
Yep.
Which I've never seen Gone with the Wind.
Me neither.
I don't feel like a movie buff
You
anymore.
shouldn't admit that on camera.
No, probably not. But whatever. I'm not a big fan of that style of movies anyway. Get in the camera.
So-
I'm blocking you a lot.
So I cannot as of yet rank this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I need to see it at least 2 or 3 more times before I completely
Yes.
make up my mind. But right now, it is the best movie since Empire Strikes Back. It, of course, is better than all the prequels.
We don't,
This is not a competition.
But
There's no competition there.
I think it's better. It's definitely better than Force Awakens. Because as of now, I don't have anything to complain about from Rogue One.
Yeah, and then
I've got
Force
complaints
Awakens.
about Force
there's
Awakens.
quite
I
a
don't
big.
have a complaint yet
complaints.
about Rogue One.
He has a point. He doesn't.
You know,
So-
there were things that bothered me about the Force Awakens.
Some major things.
I need to watch
too.
it a couple more times, but
Yeah.
there's nothing. I
Nothing.
did not find anything on first watch that bugged me. That I was like, this is wrong. You can't do this.
Yeah.
Even the title thing at the beginning, I expected that because
Yeah.
it's the first spin-off. I figured that they might
Yeah.
differentiate the
Didn't-
spin-offs from the main
Yeah, that- I
line.
mean,
yeah,
that makes
I
perfect
feel
sense.
like I did. I feel like I kind of was like you and just didn't expect it, but it kind of still threw me off guard because, like,
Yeah.
after seeing the title a long time ago, in the Galaxy Far, Far Away, you always expect.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
Yeah.
expecting. It caught me off guard, but
I mean,
I wasn't disappointed.
They could have
and
done
it made
the
sense.
music without the scroll, but whatever.
I don't think it would have worked. With the way it was
Yeah.
setting up the scene, that music wouldn't have worked.
That's true.
Even the Force Unleashed game did it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's cool too, but now that I think about it, probably the best things, even though one of them is a game, to go in between episode 3 and 4, is the cartoon Clone Wars.
Like
Cartoon.
the first one,
Yeah,
not
the
not
first
the
one.
not the 3D CG.
That's in
Clone Wars.
between episodes 2 and 3, not 3 and 4.
I'm an
Clone
idiot.
Wars.
Okay, never
Clone
mind.
Wars.
Forget
and
what
Star
I'm-
Revenge.
I'm just gonna stop talking because I'm an idiot.
What
I
you need
had
to
a
say
wrong
is
day.
Rebels and Rogue One.
Yeah, Rebels and Rebels.
I have not watched anything with Rebels.
Apparently,
And
Saul
I would
Guerrero is
count-
supposed to be in Rebels soon, or he already was.
Wait.
I'm not sure.
Maybe not. He was in Clone Wars. I think.
Was he?
I think because that's Forrest Whitaker's character, right?
Yeah.
He was in Clone Wars.
Huh.
I don't know if I saw that episode. If it was in that last season that they did the Lost Missions one, or what? Because I don't remember him, but I saw a thing where he was in the Clone Wars series. So,
I didn't know
so
that.
that's where they got the character from. Was Clone Wars.
Can we all just take a moment of relief to be happy that Ahsoka was not in Rogue One?
Yeah. That shouldn't have happened anyway,
She's
because
not bad in Rebels.
Really?
yeah, she's
grown
really
up.
not.
Okay, good.
So she's like a great
She's
Jedi,
not whiny.
Mhm.
but she's not with the
Oh
Order.
yeah, she's got
Yeah.
two
got silver
silver blades.
Uh,
And let's talk
it's
about
not Clone Wars or
the
so. It's
Easter
very
egg.
different.
let's talk about that one Easter egg in
Oh
Rogue One.
yes.
You guys know which one I'm
I
talking
know what
about?
he's talking about.
The darksaber.
No, I didn't. I didn't know about that. What
Oh,
is this?
yeah.
What are we talking about?
Okay, in the scene when
They're like-
she was saying the projects that each one
Oh,
to
yeah.
get to the
Stardust.
and she was
Before
like,
that,
yeah, and then she was like darksaber, and I was like,
I didn't hear that. How did I miss that?
I had to
So
see
either
them.
Darth Vader, the Emperor, or Grand Moff Tarkin could have
Yeah.
been making a dark saber.
They could have been working on it, or they could have just had like records on it. Like
Yeah,
they might
yeah.
not have had. I think if they
Yeah.
had enough on it, they might have gotten. Like I don't know, they might have had it, unless they just don't have a
But you know what would be
black
awesome?
kyber crystal.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They might have just had like bits and pieces of what they knew about it, and like were trying to put together a design from that.
You know what would be cool if that Easter egg was actually real and it was like they were actually making it, and then if all the rumors and theories about Ezra being in Episode 8 as a Sith are true, it would be so cool if Ezra has a darksaber.
Right?
That's way out there theory, but that would be really cool.
What I think would be cooler is if the Mandalorian and the Knights of Ren had a dark saber, because Pre Vizsla back in the Clone Wars carried a dark saber.
Maybe Pre Vizsla is a Knight of Ren. Except he probably died in the
Or
Clone
maybe
Wars.
Boba Fett is the one who has the darksaber in the Knights of Ren.
Maybe Boba Fett's in the Knights of Ren with the dark saber. This
Complete nerd out. Like you guys don't even know what's going on right
this
now.
just switched
We
from
just-
a Rogue One discussion to
I
a
know.
theory discussion.
We just like flipped out.
I was just trying to think of what happened to Pre Vizsla's dark saber. 'Cause
Darth Maul
I know
got it.
Darth Maul killed Pre Vizsla and he took the dark saber.
But like
But
you don't
he
see
didn't
it
have
after
the dark
his-
saber in Rebels, and so I think
And you don't. I don't think
when the Emperor beat
Yeah.
Savage Opress and Darth Maul,
he must have took the
he
darksaber.
took the dark saber.
So maybe
That
that is
is
true.
why it's in the
Yeah.
archives.
And in
So why
Rogue
didn't
One.
he use that in the...
so maybe
He didn't
it's
even
not
use his lightsaber.
historical
That is true.
It didn't
documents.
get damaged, did it?
I don't think so.
I need to watch the Clone Wars again. I should know this stuff.
That fight scene at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just went so off topic, but it was still Rogue One. We were still talking about Rogue One. It was an
So what was
Easter
the
egg
Easter egg
in
you
Rogue
think
One.
about?
I was thinking about the one about where it's not really, I guess it's an Easter egg. It's more like a cameo of the guy who was in the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hope you guys caught that because
If not, you're not a Star Wars fan.
sorry.
That was really quick too.
Yeah, it was a really quick one, but
And
everyone
people
in-
go to the bathroom in the movie theater,
That
so
is
we're
true.
not going to judge you for it.
Yeah.
But if
this
you
is
didn't
what-
miss it, you're not a Star Wars fan.
But yeah, everybody in the
So,
theater that I saw it in, just everybody laughed at that part. Like I could tell,
You just watch
everybody
yourself.
just
Yeah.
knew who that character was.
Yeah. I don't
It
know
was-
why, but I feel like when we went, there was just like,
There
I didn't
weren't,
feel like-
there weren't enough nerds there.
yeah.
It felt like it was just us who were like major
It was-
Star Wars
I
nerds.
felt like everyone
I
else
think there
was-
might have been one other, or at least one other guy, because a guy got up to go to the bathroom once, and it was dark, but I'm pretty sure he had on a Han Solo costume. I
Oh.
couldn't really tell, but he looked like he had like the vest and the
Yeah.
boots and all. So.
Okay,
But
so,
then,
but
like-
it did feel like the majority of the theater was kind of like just people wanting to go see a new movie.
They were probably like, "Where's Ray and Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's BB-8?
Where
I
are all
wanna
these
see
characters
all
that they just
two.
introduced in the last movie?
A lot of the people
What's
who
the
I went to
original
see it with,
trilogy?
they
I
were
don't know
making
what that
jokes. They
is.
were like, "Why did Kylo Ren look funny at the end?" Or like Finn was one of the stormtroopers, right? And I was like, "Yeah, why did they go back to the old classic stormtroopers when they already just came out with this new stormtrooper? I'm so confused."
So that's because you're an idiot.
Yeah, we were making fun of all the idiots who don't understand Star Wars.
Yeah.
You gotta show them the Star Wars timeline for dummies.
Yeah.
Make
Rogue
a
One
book.
here.
Make a book with like
Force
all
Awakens.
the extended. make a book with all the extended stuff, and then just have it like this big. Is the title of it is Star Wars Timeline for Dummies. It's got literally everything, every comic series, every extended universe book, everything.
You need like a scroll.
Yeah.
Scrolls.
100 scrolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. But it's not that confusing when you really think about it.
And
Like it takes a while to put it all together, but it's not that confusing.
No.
Because it's a lot easier when you are going by the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the movies are what's canon.
Yeah.
Which a lot of the expanded universe has been officially announced that it's not canon, which is really sad.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they can't pull things from the expanded universe.
Yeah.
What's his face put Darth Bane in the Clone Wars the last season. He had like Darth Bane's spirit talk to
be
Yoda.
all about that. He was wanting to do something with Revan as well. Have like a little.
So
Which you kind of
he just tried to fit as much of the expanded universe because he knew they were going to make it non-canon.
Yeah.
He was like, I gotta put this in here
Look,
before.
Clone Wars is canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Clone Wars is
Wars
canon,
series
so that's
is
why
supposed to be canon. And
Yeah.
Darth Bane shows up in it, so Darth Bane exists.
And you can
And you can't-
kind of
Couldn't really. You would have to have Darth Bane because he's the one who started the rule of two.
oh yeah.
Right.
So
Dude,
without
the
Darth
Sith
Bane-
have a great history.
Yeah.
Of Sith Lords.
and a lot of this,
And you
a
can
lot
kind
of the Sith history kind of almost has to be canon.
yeah. And you
Because a
can
lot of
kind
it-
of hint with Kylo Ren's outfit about Revan being canon.
Yeah.
And his sable, because that's an Old Republic design. So, I mean, that's really important. And Revan is just such an important character.
Revan was awesome.
Darth Bane was so inspired by Darth Revan's Sith holocrons because he talked about a lot about the relationship between a Sith master and his apprentice. So if you really think about it, no Darth Revan, no Rule 2.
That's true.
Because Darth Bane got a lot from him.
Yep.
We went off topic again.
So far off topic.
This is
We're
what
now talking
this
about the Old Republic era.
yeah, this is what happens when you get 4 nerds talk about Star Wars. Okay, so any closing thoughts of Rogue One before we rate it for just first viewing?
It was so good.
Yeah,
The-
just
just
the
the-
acting
just the-
was good.
The acting, the
Visuals were great.
the story, and the
How much
The
Andor was
introduction of
in
new
it.
stormtroopers. Yes.
I know.
so many rebel deaths. There we go. That's
So
Yes,
many.
and that's one thing I was worried
I
about
forgot to mention that.
is the reshoots.
Yeah.
Because Disney, they could have been like, "Hey, these are memorable characters, so we don't want them to die."
Yeah.
And
Everybody
that would
had
have
to
been
die.
so bad for the
Yeah.
story if you had.
If you had so many,
rebels.
It wouldn't have
Yeah.
connected as well because didn't they say that they died in the in A New Hope?
Pretty sure.
I don't know, but like
I was
to get the
thinking.
Death Star plans, you'd have to be smart enough to think that's like a suicidal mission.
Basically, yeah, and it was. But that's another thing. I am a die-hard Empire fan. Like
All of us are
Empire for life.
Empire for life.
But I have to admit, the rebels were pretty badass in this movie.
Yeah.
Best-
The only
I have more respect for them now.
the only
Yeah.
They
It was
still
still-
all
it
need
was
to
still
die.
awesome to see them die. Though.
Yeah, it was great
Yeah.
to see them all die. But,
Especially Donnie Yen's character and his buddy, because those two
yeah, because I
had.
hated them. I wanted
I
them
think
to die.
those guys had a more impactful death than the 2 main characters.
Yeah.
When the explosion just wipes them away, I feel like their death
I
had
know.
more
Yeah.
impact
Oh, I
because
almost
of
cried.
their character development and their chemistry.
Yeah.
And their friendship, really.
I wanted
It was
to
great.
cry.
I loved those 2 characters.
Uh-huh.
Those 2 characters
I
were
almost
my favorite
cried.
new characters.
I almost cried when K2SO died. Too.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, why no?
The one that they really got to me the most is when they got to get to the master switch, and that one guy, he's like, "I got it."
He died.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
He has
the
so
blind
much
guy
heart.
just goes,
So much
I got this.
That one really hit.
It's
me.
like,
Yeah.
it's like,
I'm one
let
with
the blind man do it, okay?
I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
And then honestly, I thought that Cassian died earlier than he did because I knew everybody was gonna die. I thought, and then he like got shot or whatever, and
Yeah.
then fell, and I was like, oh, he died. No.
No, I
And
actually
then he didn't, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I kind of
And,
saw
Okay.
and
that.
one character we didn't really talk about was the pilot.
Oh yeah.
He was great. I liked him.
He was
He was. I thought like from the beginning when it first showed him and everything, and then he got taken into prison and like interrogated and all that. I didn't think he was gonna last. I thought he was just gonna be a small
Yeah.
character,
And then
like
he
an
turns out
important
to-
character.
He was the
but
one
not
who
in
came
there
up with
much.
the name Rogue One
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the team.
Oh
that,
my
that was
God.
great.
yeah.
And
He was such a great character.
yeah, I
didn't-
like his actor too. I want to see more stuff with him because he was great in Nightcrawler and he was great in
Yep.
this movie too. So I hope we get to see more of him. And of
Yeah.
course, being in Star Wars, he'll have a
Yeah,
lot more
most
opportunities.
actors
Yeah.
who have been in Star Wars are like, oh, they've been in Star Wars.
Let's get
cast
that.
them.
except for Carrie Fisher and Campbell.
Mark Hamill.
But,
Mark Hamill got more stuff than Carrie Fisher though.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything
Carrie
else?
Fisher was an alcoholic too. That's
Yeah.
why I
Damn,
know
that
Yeah,
probably had
something
part
to do
of
Yeah.
it.
I don't know, but maybe.
Probably.
Okay, now we're gonna start talking about alcoholism and how it affects.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're not that off topic. We
We
did
still
get off
stuck to
topic.
Star Wars.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
still stuck
whole
to
time.
Star Wars the entire time.
Thankfully, Hollywood doesn't really cast Hayden Christensen anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's so good.
Ah, Hayden Christensen, so bad.
And like when
Yeah, it
when
helps.
you saw Darth
But
Vader,
even with
like
those-
before you saw him in the suit,
I was like,
and it
please
started
don't
going
do
down,
this.
I was like, please don't show Hayden Christensen. Please don't show Hayden
Oh,
Christensen.
yeah.
And then
I
it
was
got
just
to
like,
about here and
no.
cut off. I was like, thank you.
You couldn't really tell, so
Yeah.
it could have been, but you don't know. But also, it was like right before
That'll
A
be
New
for the
Hope.
special edition.
Yeah.
His face
If
there.
George Lucas starts touching it and starts doing some visual effects, it'll be like,
Oh
okay,
gosh.
the
That was-
movie's ruined.
Oh, George, we'd like you to continue your tradition of adding visual effects to the movies.
Because everybody hates you for it.
Alright,
And
let's put
people
in
are
Hayden
stupid enough to
Christensen's
buy
face here.
it. Okay, so I feel like I was going to say something.
Probably not.
Yeah. I'm kind of, even though I was curious on if they were going to put the Emperor in there, I was kind of glad they didn't because I can only really see like one scene with him being in it. And I feel like that would be the scene when Darth Vader was introduced. Like that was the only scene that I
Also-
felt like they had the best opportunity to put him in there,
And also,
but they didn't. So I'm
it
glad.
would have kind of, if you're gonna watch them in order, it would have almost like ruined his reveal in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
So there you go.
Don't
Good
the
thing
prequels
that-
do that.
Yeah.
that's why I said if you're watching them in order, like just cut the prequels out
Well,
completely.
You didn't specify.
Yeah, sorry, that was my
If
fault.
you watch them in order, the prequels.
1, 2, 3. Rogue
If you watch
One,
them in
4, 5,
order-
6, 7.
Rogue One is the only prequel, and the others aren't
Yeah.
a thing. They don't exist.
Just watch the cartoon Clone Wars.
Yeah.
That's the
like-
best thing that came
Watch
out of the
cartoon Clone
prequels.
Wars and then watch Rogue One.
Yeah.
And then-
And Rebels.
Okay, so let's just go from here to here. What would you rate Star Wars Rogue One?
1 out of 10.
Yes. You rate it 1 out of 10? What the heck, dude?
1 out of 10. That's not a bit.
On a scale of 1 to
On a
10.
scale of 1 to 10, or a scale
Yes,
of 1
on
to
a
5.
scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I feel like that's the best rating system.
On first watch.
Because we all have seen it only one time.
On first watch, it would probably be a 9.
9. Okay. Ben,
1.
get out of here. Get out of my house.
Rogue One. Come on. No. Probably.
That's something like a non-Star Wars fan would say. It's like, I rate it a 1 because Rogue One, get it?
I'm gonna rate it a 9.
9. Why 9? For both of you. We should probably give a bit explanation
Don't.
because of the ratings. Is it mostly because you've only seen it
Because
once?
John Williams didn't do the score.
Yeah.
That was
Otherwise,
kinda
it would be a 10. But no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really have a lot of issues with it.
I just don't.
It's great. I don't feel like it was a perfect movie, but I can't
Yeah.
think of any specific issues with it.
That's pretty much my
Yeah.
explanation too.
Yeah, I was surprised that John Williams didn't do it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I guess because it's a spin-off.
They still use some. of
He
his
better
stuff.
come back for episode 8.
I feel like he is.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If not,
Maybe it's just he's too busy working.
But
with
I don't
the
even
shit.
really. It
I
doesn't.
don't know, maybe
bother
he's
me
too
that
Jurassic World
much.
too.
It
They
doesn't.
still based all the music off of this.
Yeah, and it does. And that's
Yeah.
why it doesn't bother me that much that he didn't do it because they stuck close enough, and then the parts that didn't sound like his weren't bad either.
50 years after John Williams is dead, Star Wars movies are still gonna all be based off of his music.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because
They're
they're probably
not gonna drift away from
with
that. You
Disney
can't.
having bought Star Wars, they're gonna continue forever. Like
As long as they're making money.
The last couple. What were you? 1 out of 10. What would you rate? Rogue One.
First time watch.
Yep.
15 out of 10.
I would rate a 9, mostly because I have only seen it once, but it might change. It might actually be a 10.
It's probably gonna.
It's
change.
most likely going to end up being a 10 for all of us.
Probably. Yeah.
But after first watch, I don't want to give like a definite 10, just in case if I do spot something that,
Yeah.
you know.
It might stay a 9. It
Yeah.
might go down. It might go up.
But yeah, so 9, 9, 9, 9, 15, 9, 9, 9, 15.
Drop the mic, walk away.
So, with that being said, this video has gone on far long enough with us going from topic to topic, still staying on Star Wars, but
For the most part.
most people will not be able to watch this. But for all you Star Wars fans, you probably loved this video. You probably nerded out when we nerded out.
by the way, spoiler alert.
Uh-oh. Did we miss something?
No, I'm just saying spoiler alert
Okay.
because there was spoilers in that video that we just filmed.
Everyone dies.
I'll put it in the title, spoiler alert. So it'll be like Star Wars Rogue One review/discussion, parentheses, capitals, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
If it couldn't be more obvious. And I meant to say it at the beginning of the video, but yeah.
It's
Okay, so I'm Ian Sylvain. This is
Cobalt
Ben George.
Studios over here.
Cobalt Studios, check out his channel.
This man is a studio. I'm a studio.
This man is amazing. I mean, just look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I mean, this man could literally, we could just take a picture of him, post it on the internet, and he will be the most famous.
Then why am
He'll
I
be-
not
he'll be-
already?
I don't know, because it's like Facebook or something. But after this, you'll be like famous. You'll be getting calls from Playboy and stuff.
Probably.
Okay, well, see ya.